Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Okay, so it is the dead month of January. Gonna work on the, top 10 lists everyone is asking me for every second of every single day this week, or this month, or the last month, whatever. Gonna make those soon. I'm also gonna do, hey, listen, people keep tagging me on these posts and stuff like this on the Reddit where, people are making these graphics, sort of going over, various things Dokkan could get in the future. I love taking a look at these graphics people make and then sort of bounce their ideas off of what I think are things that could come to Dokkan, will come to Dokkan, is more likely to come to Dokkan than other things, right? I enjoy looking at these quite a bit. So what we have right here from G. Guerrera, this is basically a post on how to improve the Namekian category. Now, I saw this one and my eyes lit up because one thing I really don't like about how Dokkan is operating sort of the category system right now is rather than, continually building on categories that are already in game, categories people have already spent money on and stuff like that, they're just like, all right, we're just going to go ahead and make 60 bullshit categories that no one cares about, that are ridiculously tiny, so that no one wants to run these units as leaders, right? It's just ridiculous. So, Dragon Ball Super Broly, you see him up and down the friends list constantly. Why is that? Because he has a great leader skill. Because he has two good categories that continually get new units. Making these small, shitty categories is horrible. Now, Namekian is not what... It is a small, shitty category, but it's a category that I think should be in-game, right? Compared to, Connected Hope and, Mind and Body Erosion and Rapid Growth, and it's, garbage that doesn't need to be there. Something like the Namekian category, or Frieza Force, or the Baby Saga. Those are categories we need. And moving forward, I would much rather these big-time units, be like Angel Golden Frieza, right? Where Angel Golden Frieza, he buffed two previously existing categories with a really good leader skill rather than, bring some new shitty category that, is trash. What's funny is I remember leading up to him, I actually couldn't really think of a new category for him. And, there we go. That's, they ended up not even giving him a new category. But here's his leader skill. I would love to see more units created with this in mind, right? Some sort of Piccolo, for example, who maybe is a leader for, Android/Cell Saga and Bond of Master and Disciple or something like that. Currently all we have is Cell as leader for this team, and then future Gohan as leader for this team. Creating various different types of characters as various different leaders for a lot of these categories is really good, right? We have Piccolo as leader for Worthy Rival. Well, we also have the LR Super Saiyan 2 Angel Vegeta as a leader for Worthy Rival as well. Next, we would want to get, a different type of character, right? I don't know, maybe maybe an Earthling, like a TN as a Worthy Rival leader or something like that, right? Creating different, because Super Saiyan 2 Angel Vegeta and Dokkan vs Piccolo are very different, so I want more stuff like that. So, hopefully we could start to see that, and, a big way to do that would be improve a lot of these older categories, these categories that should be in the game. So, ways to improve the Namekian category. So, right here we have the LR Piccolo EZA. Now, eventually, I feel like they are going to build towards a Saiyan Saga category, team, right? We're going to get Kaioken Goku. We're going to get, the Gallic Gun Vegeta, the Grade 8 Vegeta as, a dual Dokkan Fest. Now, we literally, again, my idea of building towards that by tossing out Saiyan Saga units here and there, they are continuing that, right? Because, they had the Gohan, who was the World Tournament Reward card, 2 months ago. Now the Tech Kaioken Goku and the physical Gallic Gun Vegeta, they get their EZAs. So, they continue to do stuff like that, right? This is just buffing the Saiyan Saga further. And I'm sure, that is just normal Vegeta, and that was Kaioken Goku. We easily could get a transforming, Grade 8 Vegeta, and then maybe a Goku that transforms into Kaioken as a dual Dokkan Fest, and then those two units we just got EZAs who are the Tech Kaioken Goku, and then the physical Gallic Gun Vegeta, they could be some of their best friends, some of their best linking partners, which would be really, really good, right? So I do think an LR Piccolo EZA is in the cards at some point. I mean, it's gonna be awesome for me because the second they do that, they're gonna make Piccolo easier to obtain somehow, and then I can swoop in and get the final copy I need, which will be sick. As of right now, Piccolo is the worst LR in the game, so they are gonna need to do quite a bit in order to sort of buff him up. So one of the first things we have right here is sort of like Piccolo with his multiforms. Now, he does this repeatedly throughout the series constantly, where he sort of creates his little clones, and Piccolo is sort of like, doing training or fighting, doing a lot of that. So, like, having, like, multiple Piccolos as a card would be really good. Now, if we look at the Namekian team, again, they've continually shafted Piccolo by making every Piccolo have the same name. This really should have not just been Piccolo, but it should have been Piccolo / clones, or Piccolo multiform technique, or Piccolos or something like that is what they should have done, rather than just have him as a Piccolo unit, right? So that's unfortunate right there. So yeah, this we could get one of these. Because he does that type of training in the Cell saga. He does this in the Saiyan saga. Piccolo does this repeatedly. So that's something we could see. So we have a Piccolo / Gohan. After falling below a certain health threshold, he could sacrifice himself for Gohan. So yeah, we can get an exchange unit. It would be a Piccolo / Gohan. Yeah, I'd love that. That would be really good. Again, to help buff the Saiyan saga, make the Saiyan saga really good. Lots of different units like that is exactly how they could do that. So we have an LR Piccolo / Goku. Okay, so this idea is an exchange unit. Okay, I see. Because this is a buff for the Namekian category. I feel like if they were to do this, would it be more likely to be a Goku that exchanges into Piccolo? Let me see what okay, so exchanges the Goku on first appearance. So the fight would start, Piccolo immediately begins charging, and then Goku comes in. After 3 turns, Piccolo Special Beam Cannons 1 enemy. Wait, Supreme, guaranteed stun, and defense minus 50%, and then exchanges back to Piccolo. Okay. No. Oh, this is a good idea, but this needs to be well, okay, because it's an active skill attack. I mean, this would be ultimate damage or whatever, right? Hold on. Let me pull up the LR Super Saiyan 4s. But I believe the modifier or multiplier, or whatever the hell you want to say, I believe it's ultimate. Let me see, because Cell and Goku, yeah, ultimate damage, and then ultimate damage right there. So we would have Piccolo do that. Guaranteed stun is incredibly powerful. After 3 turns, that would be really good for Super Battle Road, actually, because that would allow you to be able to get that pretty commonly. And then a guaranteed stun would be devastating. I mean, honestly, even regardless of how much damage he's going to do, if he's got a turn 3 guaranteed stun that's an attack, that is brutally OP. But there's all types of things they could do with Goku and Piccolo from the fight against Raditz. Again, there could be a Piccolo and Goku card, which wouldn't be a buff to the Namekian category, but there's a lot they could still do with that. Piccolo Jr., I mean, this is likely, I think, to be a dual Dokkan Fest at some point. Piccolo versus Goku. I mean, we're all asking for it. As Dokkan continues to move along, it becomes more and more egregious that something like that is not a dual Dokkan Fest. Here we have a Dokkan Fest Demon King Piccolo. Yes, 100%, 1,000%, a bajillion percent. We need that. We have the Elder Demon King Piccolo, who's pretty good, but we really could use a young Demon King Piccolo that is a Dokkan Fest exclusive, right? I think that would be outstanding. His biggest attack, though, that he does, his big attacks are already represented in that LR, but they still could, just various little combos and shit like that he did. I'm sure they could get into his super attack animations. A Nail / Piccolo. After a nail falls under a certain health threshold, Piccolo assimilates. Yep, exactly. They got to get stuff like that. It's already stupid that Piccolo, after he absorbs Nail and then absorbs Kami, that's not actually different units. It is pretty asinine, but whatever, right? That would be pretty sick. All right. Okay, so this is it's a little tough to tell, but this is from the Tournament of Power. Another exchange unit, Piccolo / Ultimate Gohan. After he falls under a health threshold, Ultimate Gohan exchanges. and then he could do another sort of special beam active seal or something like that. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things we want from like Piccolo and Ultimate Gohan from the Tournament of Power. Personally, I think Ultimate Gohan performs very, very well in the Tournament of Power. I think Gohan had a lot of really good moments, and I think honestly, I feel like Gohan contributed a lot to Universe 7 throughout the tournament. Piccolo, not as much, but I mean, Piccolo did help Gohan defeat the Universe 6 Namekians, which was good. But yeah, that definitely, we could get a Piccolo and Gohan, but of course that wouldn't be for Namekian category. Kami needs another new card. We could be like a Saiyan Saga. No, you know what they should do for Kami? They should do Kami from when he fights Garlic Jr. in the first movie. So a Kami that's on Movie Heroes, I think would be a very good idea. They also could do Angel Kami. I mean, you don't really get a good look at him when he's dead, right? Like, Kami sort of, like, fades away, and then you don't really see him until he returns to life, right? So maybe Angel Kami's not in the works. Angel Piccolo, I hope, is on here. Yeah, there he is at the bottom. Free-to-play Angel Piccolo. Okay, good. April Fool's Piccolo. A GT Piccolo. Yeah, now, if that's from the Baby Saga. Piccolo does fight Baby Gohan, right? But Piccolo, I think, would work very well because he has a huge role in the Super 17 arc, and I do think the Super 17 arc should get a category as well at some point, and that would be really big right there. There's a lot from the Demon King Piccolo saga, like, Demon King Piccolo's children right here. Then, of course, there's also Piano. Oh, he just has Piano as a support item. Reveal enemy super attack for 1 turn. Okay. Yeah, because right now the item that shows enemy super attacks, it activates the turn after, which is the stupidest bullshit in the world. Give us a Kid Piccolo. So this is after Demon King Piccolo spits him out after the fight with Goku. That would be good because, any extra buffs for the youth category would not be a bad idea. I don't want him to be free to play, though, considering I want any buffs that the youth category team could possibly get. The Universe 6 Namekians, they're a sort of combo card, could get an Awakening for sure. And then, yeah, separate units of them as well, since it's such a small category. That would also help out Universe 6. Universe 6 and Namekians both could use them as separate units. That would be good. Wow, there's actually a lot missing. We don't have any Lord Slugs on here. So, if we take a look at it, right? Currently, all we have for Lord Slug is we have this. This is just Lord Slug right there. And then Giant Lord Slug. There is no old Lord Slug currently in Dokkan. That needs to be fixed, right? A transforming Lord Slug. He literally does the same thing as Demon King Piccolo, where he just wishes to be young again with the Dragon Balls, but that would still be a pretty sick animation. So I think we could get like a transforming Slug, where, very similar transformation animation as Demon King Piccolo. And then I think he could, he'd have like an LR and then also a Dokkan Fest version. I think both of those would work. This is not on there as well. This is the giant Piccolo Jr. from his fight with Goku right here. We need Piccolo Jr., Demon Jr., Ma Jr., and then we also need the giant version of Piccolo Jr. I would think the giant version, that's the one that could be the Dokkan Fest exclusive, but I mean, I guess currently the only Demon Jr. Ma Jr. card is this one right here, which is a defunct Super Strike from 100 years ago, right? Whereas we do actually have a TUR for, Ma Jr. giant form, right? So that's what we can definitely see have happen is, we could sort of get, wait, is this? Yeah, it is called Piccolo Jr., okay. So we got the Slugs. Again, Kami. There's no Dende on here as well. Dende, honestly, I think deserves a card for the Planet Namek Saga, which needs a buff. Dende could be a card for the Android Saga as well, which also needs a buff. And then, I mean, Boo Saga does not need the buffs, but they could potentially also do like a Boo Saga Dende as well. And I might think, oh, it's so ridiculous to make so many versions of Dende, but like, Dende plays a pretty significant role in Dragon Ball. And again, the Planet Namek Saga and the Android/Cell Saga really could use Dende's, Dende's presence on those teams. That in particular would really improve this guy. If we had another Namekian on the Android/Cell Saga team, this would really help this guy be able to spread his wings quite a bit. So that is something I definitely would want to see, right? So we got Dende's. We talked about Demon King Piccolo. The Universe 6 Namekians, of course. I mean, they could still... It's just so tough, because, like, I really do wish that they would just straight up change the names of a lot of Piccolo cards. That's something that, like, we need really badly, right? Like, honestly, Piccolo from the Saiyan saga just should be called Piccolo. But then, you know, like, the beginning of the Android / Cell saga / Frieza saga one should be, you know, Nail absorbed. And then the one past the Cell saga should be Kami absorbed. Like, Piccolo is completely different. Like, that's a permanent, like, fusion addition he has to him. I mean, for Christ's sakes, look at this picture right here. We have Nail and Kami, you know, because they're sort of, like, fused into Piccolo. Like, Piccolo got really badly shafted by their decision to not have his name change at all with those fusions. And that would be a really good way to buff the Namekian category in a huge way, right? If they decided to do that. But we shall see what they're eventually going to do, right? So definitely shout outs to G Guerrero right here. This is pretty good. You know, we're going to see a lot of additions come to the Namekian category in the future, I would assume, right? Like, there's no way they're just going to let, like, they're definitely going to do this. They're definitely going to do this, right? They're definitely going to do this. Like, these are all huge things. This is definitely going to happen. You know, like, those things are going to be huge. We're going to see this one as well. So hopefully sooner rather than later. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.